And Toddy's smirking because he knows what's coming. We're talking about it all day. So, Garry,
what is it, guys?
I'm going to swing it to you first. Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson.
Wait, who was first? Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, Gary's first. This is Jalen. Let me make sure I read this correctly. Answer correct. Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson. Cap, I've been saying this, Cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. Before last year, when we were putting the home for Jalen Hurts as a top 5 quarterback, you can bring the stats up all you want. I don't have the stats obviously on me because we bought this at the top of the dome, so I don't have the stats in front of me. But I will say, both quarterbacks are great in their own way, and I hate to put them up against each other and talk down on either one because both of them have done things in their own way that's really great. But I would say Lamar Jackson has done it longer, and he's obviously going to get his second MVP now. So, he has that in his back pocket as well. He's been great since the day he's been stepped on his field. So I would say he's greater in that way as well. And, yeah, I think playoff-wise, you can say maybe Jalen Hurts because of his magical run last year might have better numbers in a way. But at the same time, I feel like throwing-wise, there's not too much of a difference. Obviously, athletically-wise, we all know Lamar Jackson does magic in the athletic game in terms of running the ball and creating those magical plays. Jalen Hurts does that as well. So, this is a pretty neck and neck one. I'm not going to lie. In my case, I just feel like Lamar Jackson really can't knock him for the last 2 years because he did end on an injury, so really didn't get to see him full effect. And this is right here. This is the first year, he got to finish the season. We see where they landed in the AFC Championship game. So this is a tough one. This is probably not a good time to bring it up, Kev. I'm not going to lie, because how Mr. Jalen Hurts ended wasn't really magical this year. So, the weekend ago, I think Lamar Jackson has been in the league, I think, 1 year longer than him, maybe 2 years, maybe longer than him. But, I would say that overall, you might look at the numbers, might be close, might not be. I'm not sure because I wasn't able to see that. But just by my eye test and what I've watched so far in their careers, they're both great quarterbacks. They're both for sure top 10, maybe even top 5, both of them, if we look at it in a year from now. But at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs under his belt and has played great and has really, changed the game in a way that we have never seen before on both ends of the spectrum in terms of throwing and especially obviously being magical in the run game. No one's ever been like him ever. So simple as that on that one.
So I'm going to go next because I know where Toddy's going to go. So factor cap, Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson. This is a fact. Let me tell you why. You know what quarterback gets dragged through the mud for their playoff record? Dak Prescott. What Dak Prescott's playoff record is?
But Dak has I don't know, but I know it's 1 and 1 and 6.
So he's 2-5.
But he ain't in the nowhere near.
What is Lamar Jackson's record in the playoffs? Hold on. What is Lamar Jackson's record in the playoffs?
2-5, but what? But how many years though, Kev?
Let me break it down for you. Let me just go ahead and peel this onion back nice and slow. Sit back. Let me give you some numbers. Lamar Jackson, 67.2 completion rate, 3,678 yards, 8 yards per attempt, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. But wait, Lamar's known for running, correct? 1,821 rushing yards, 5.5 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, he's known as the runner, right? But Lamar Jackson is the tier 1 runner. So let me just give you the running stats first. 605 yards. Yes, he has 400 less carries or 400 less yards. He has more yards per carry at 6. 15 touchdowns. So let's give you the passing numbers. 65.4 completion rate, Lamar. 3,859 passing yards, Jalen. 7.2 yards per attempt, Jalen. 23 touchdowns, Lamar had 1 more. And then, yes, Jalen Hurts had the pick. So off of those numbers, it's not really that close. Yes, Lamar Jackson had 1 more passing touchdown.
That's not pretty even.
Even? 389 passing yard difference?
Yeah, but the way you also got to know, though, he really gets walking touchdowns at the goal line. They push him in for 10, 20.
That's why I said we can throw the rushing out of here. We can just compare the passing numbers, and it's not even close. It's not even close. Yes, we can sit here and say Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs as of today, January 29th. He has 1 MVP. So let's run it as the truth. He has 1 MVP, and he's the playoff choker. So all I know is we killed Dak for being 2-5. But we're going to come in here and say Lamar Jackson being 2-5 is okay? Yes, he's hurt. I get it. But who do I want to go out there and lead my team? It's Jalen Hurts. He's showed that he can get his team to the Super Bowl. What has Lamar Jackson done?
This is too much Jalen Hurts love, Kev, for this. The choker? I ain't gonna lie. Choker, I ain't gonna lie. Choker word got me tripping because you know why?
Bro,
did you see the game versus Tampa?
Everyone's going.
What was the score versus Tampa? What was the score in Tampa? Who was that?
So all I'm saying is the numbers don't lie. You want to bring up playoff numbers?
Jalen Hurts scored the Tampa game. That's a choke job. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because at the end of the day, they lost to 7 to Mahomes.
Garry, just hear this podcast. Read it to the audio only listeners and the fans that are watching. What is it?
32-9, Kev. That was bad. It's a bad time to bring Jalen Hurts. I'm not gonna lie. You shouldn't have waited until preseason.
I don't have to wait for shit. What's the name of the podcast?
That's all politics.
So you're politics. He has 2 MVPs. He was hurt. Jalen Hurts was hurt. What
MVP? That's not politics. That's MVPs.
He has one MVP.
Okay, pending one.
29.
Pending one
MVP.
All right, wait a week.
2-time MVP. Scored 7 points. You want me to take this guy over Jalen Hurts?
You guys scored 9.
Toe-to-toe against Patrick Mahomes.
You guys scored 9. You guys scored 9. I think.
Lamar Jackson had the game, and what did he do, bro? He's back there patting the ball like he's Patrick Mahomes.
Versus
know
Baker.
Your role. Toddy, what did Gene say to us in high school? Know your personnel. That's not you, big boy. That's not your game. So for everybody out here listening, it's not even close. Jalen Hurts will never win an MVP. If Jalen Hurts plays 17 games next year, Garry, does he win the MVP last year? Yes or no?
No,
yes or no. Just yes or no. I'm saying if Jalen Hurts played all the games, so you still take Mahomes.
Yeah,
I'm
Mahomes.
happy you said that because I have the numbers from Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts last year. You want me to run those off for you?
He proved it in the bowl. He proved it in the Super Bowl. He proved it in the playoffs.
But the MVP is
why are we making this about Jalen Hurts? My guy does not deserve to be in this conversation today.
Isn't the MVP award a regular season award? So what does it matter in the playoffs?
Kev, he did not deserve to be in the conversation today.
If that was the case,
he did not deserve to be in the conversation.
That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead,
I wanted this to come to the world, so I brought it to the world. So, Toddy, tell us why you think Lamar Jackson is better than Jalen Hurts. Fact or fact?
Talent is one of them, like just pure talent. Lamar has proven in multiple seasons, despite the coordinator, despite the coaching staff, he's able to win multiple MVPs. We've only seen
Jalen Hurts MVP. We cannot say multiple because today he has won one. That's all I'm saying. You guys are talking about tomorrow when he wins it. Today he has won. So let's call it spade a spade.
You would want Kevin as a fan.
I love Kevin.
He's
rocking and he's rocking.
He will go to hell and high water. He will jump through multiple hoops. He will argue you till you're blue in the face.
He's rocking with you.
That's why I love Kevin. He's a loyal fan. He's going to come out here and rock for his guy. Kevin, you can't say on how the season ended that Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson. Based on how this year ended.
Because our defense couldn't tackle. We're saying Lamar Jackson is better.
You couldn't
Are we comparing quarterback stats?
You couldn't score
Jalen Hurts doesn't play defense.
You couldn't score 10 points.
Jalen Hurts. What did Lamar Jackson do? I just told Garry he scored 7 points. And what are you showing him?
Versus Tampa versus the Chiefs.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, 10 points is 10 points, Garry. No matter who the fuck who you play.
Oh, it matters. We know the competition. We know.
Let's go back to last year. Who did the Eagles play in the playoffs?
First game was the Giants, and our second game was y'all week out.
Daniel Jones and the Giants. They beat Daniel Jones and the Giants. Congratulations. And then they beat the 49ers with no quarterback.
Oh, I didn't even bring that up.
Wow.
Who did Lamar just beat on this run?
CJ Stroud, Garry? Are you fucking kidding me?
You don't like you've always loved CJ Stroud. How you gonna pump him all year and not gonna like him now?
Because that's not gonna be a thing that pumps him up over Jalen Hurts.
Stroud is better than
one of the best rookie
right now.
Because he beat CJ Stroud in the fucking Houston Texans.
Repeat that. That's a hot take. Go ahead.
CJ Stroud
repeat that.
Than Jalen Hurts right now.
Damn.
Right now.
You ain't better numbers than you just get pulled out of your ass.
He's only got 1 year. He's only got 1 year. But he went to the playoffs in his rookie year. I mean, rookie head coach, rookie everything. I don't know what you want me to do. But, yeah, I'd rather have Lamar. There's a bunch of quarterbacks I'd rather take than Jalen Hurts right now. Jalen Hurts is – Kevin, You're the one that always says this. It's a what have you done for me lately?
Hey,
league.
you
Did I
do
last
say
year?
that.
Or did I do that from this year? Did I do that from this year or last year? Because this stats from this year show that Jalen Hurts is better. So what? That's exactly what I do. What have you done?
What
for me
happened the
lately?
last time we saw Jalen Hurts?
Bro,
32-9 against Baker
All I'm
Mayfield
reading
in the
is
playoffs.
numbers.
You were
Winning
just talking
is a
about
team
the
sport.
playoffs.
Winning
You
is
were
a
just
team
comparing
sport.
Lamar Jackson's playoff stats to Jalen Hurts' playoff stats.
No, I compared
What
to Dak
happened with Jalen
Prescott.
Hurts in the
And when I
playoffs the last
compared him
time
to
we
Dak
saw him?
Prescott, it's because Dak gets drugged through the fucking mud. Yes or
He's
no?
a cowboy.
It doesn't
He
matter
didn't
who he is.
deserve
Dak
that. They
Prescott,
get
he's
banged
25.
out.
People
They
drag
get
him through the
banged
fucking
out.
Dak
mud.
He's done the
People have
for 10
nothing to do
years.
to say
in
to
a
Lamar
regular
Jackson.
season and then proceeds to
Hold
choke
on.
in the playoffs. We get that. But Lamar Jackson, off of sheer talent alone, has proven that he's able to get the job done with low-level receivers before this season even happened. He's never had a Zay Flowers. He's never had an Odell Beckham Jr. But he's proven to win an MVP and get his team to the playoffs.
So is getting the
We've seen
job
that.
done just going to the playoffs?
No, you got to win the big dance, obviously.
So he didn't do that.
Neither
So,
did Jalen Hurts.
so you
What
said
the
he got
fuck
the
are you
job
talking
done.
about?
What job did he get done? That's what I'm asking. I'm just going off of what you're telling me. You said he got the job done. What did he do? What job was done?
Empty stats against the Giants and the 49ers without a quarterback. And
See,
then
but
going
that's
up
where
against
you're giving me
Patrick
wrong, Tony. I
Mahomes.
didn't mention a single stat from last season. This is all this year.
Kevin he likes to watch the box score. If you watch the games that we're playing, watch the games and tell me the last time we saw Jalen Hurts, what did he do?
When's the last time he played
I'm
good
not
this
looking
season?
at the
I'm not
box
gonna lie.
score. This is 17 weeks worth
Jalen
of
Hurts had
stats.
one good year.
And all you keep saying is, Kevin, you played against the Giants, you played against the Niners. I brought you stats up from the 23-24 season. I didn't even bring up last year. All I said was, here are Lamar's stats from this year, and here are Jalen's. And Jalen Hurts was better.
The W's brought up.
This is called stats over politics, fellas. If you want a politic, that's fine. That's also in the count. That's also in the name. But if we're gonna go off the stats, it's obvious who had a better year. But one person MVP and one person fell off completely. Garry said he wasn't going to be top 10, but one person won the MVP with lesser numbers. Make that make sense to me.
Who?
Lamar Jackson. You just said, I don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to be top 10 after what we just saw, but Lamar Jackson.
Then I also said the same sentence, kid, that he could also crack the top 5. I said he could crack the top 5.
All I'm saying is, all Tony's rebuttal was what happened last year. I did not bring up one stat from last year. All I did was week 1 to 18, and I put that on a platter for you.
This year's playoff performance.
No, all I brought that up for is because Dak gets dragged, but you're going to sit here and say
Dak, we don't want to
better.
worry about Dak's not even in this conversation. Dak's been in the league for 10, 15 years, it feels like. He fucking sucks. No hate against Dak. He's a great guy. Nice guy.
What does it all matter?
Dak's not in this conversation.
Only thing matters is the playoffs. So Garrett, Toddy said he got it done. Okay. Getting to the playoffs is getting it done. Fucking Kenny Pickett got it done, Toddy. The fuck are we talking about?
My guy, don't break my guy. Okay.
Mac Jones went to the playoffs. Did Mac Jones get it done?
Eagle fans
just get to the dance and getting it done.
Insane for thinking Jalen Hurts is better.
No, but he did. He had a great performance last week.
Eagle fans will tell you that. So I don't understand why you believe.
The truth is in the pudding.
Vaughn says it's funny. He says CJ Stroud
and we'll see.
Jalen Hurts.
We will see when the factor cap comes out, and we'll go from there.